Happy Thursday, everyone. Thank y'all for joining my show. I'm here. Thank y'all for waiting patiently. Let's go ahead and get into our show. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday, Friday Eve, as we like to call it over here. Let's go ahead and speak to everybody. Okay, I see y'all up in here. Let's scroll to the top, shall we? Now, our show is not going to be that long today as it usually is because I got to go do lunch, school lunch with my son. He went to school today, honey. So praise the Lord. He is feeling better today. And he got up this morning, wanted to go to school. So that's where he is. So I got to be there to do Christmas lunch with him today. Y'all know how that go. So we're going to get through our show. Then I got to go. All right. But let's, in the meantime, in between time, let's go ahead and speak to everyone. Deborah Johnson, good morning. Good morning. Okay, Lisa Bell, good morning. Good morning. Audrey Williams, good morning. Cassandra D, good morning. Arthur Johnson, good morning. Daisy Lewis, good morning. Betty Brockington, good morning. My top flight models in the house, Tyra, good morning. Flower Bloom, good morning. Ronnie, good morning. Good morning. My other top flight mod, Rose, is here. Good morning, Rose. Denise Slate, good morning. Sheila Washington is in the house. Brenda Hunt is here. Good morning. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Playtime. Good morning, Deborah Banks. Good morning, Jamelia. Good morning, D Nice. I see you. Verdi Tulu Taylor. Good morning, ma'am. My other top flight models in the house, Scorpio Miss. Good morning. Marion's Favorites is here. Good morning. I'm clicking like hello. Brown Eyes is here. Good morning. Alicia Stout is here. Again, Flower Bloom, good morning. Consuela Patrick is here. Good morning. Miss Jackson, notary service. Y'all better get y'all notary done, okay? Get over there and get your stuff notarized by Miss Jackson, all right? She got you. Simple Mom Family TV, good morning. She's a content creator. Y'all check her out. Kelly S is in the building. Hi. Who else we got? Miss Greatness Love is here. Miss Honeybee is in the building. Good morning. Let's keep going down. So glad your son is feeling better. Yes, child. He is feeling better. So thank God. Trey Kirk is here. Good morning. Good morning. I see some new names. Welcome. Diana Thorm is here. Good morning. Susan Christopher is here. Good morning. Good morning. I see some new names. Welcome if you guys are here for the very first time. Queen. Let me go ahead. Queen Damaka. Good morning. My other top flight is in the building. KBR is in the building. Good morning. Kim Yu is here. Good morning, Kim Yu. Good morning. All right, everybody's here. I see Tiffany Thomas. I almost forgot you, ma'am. Good morning. She said, good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, so thank y'all for joining the show. And we're about to go, all right, into the show. Not leave, though. Okay, give me 1 second. We got some good topics. We got some good topics for you guys. I hope y'all are ready for a great, great show. We're going to get into it. Let me go ahead and set my mode here so we don't have no ish going on in my show. I know my top flights are in here, honey. They got their capes on. They ready. They on ready. They ready spaghetti. All right, let's get it. All right, boom. Oh, hey, Truth. Hey, Truth is here. My other top flight is here. Oh, my God. All my mods here today. Okay. Yeah, so Truth TV podcast is here. Thank you guys for joining. Let's jump in. First topic, you guys know politics is first. Let's get into some Fannie Willis news because she was in her little hearing yesterday, honey, defending her man. All right, let's get into it. So let's share because y'all know a bitch be forgetting sometimes. When I get to talking, honey, I be like, oh, Lord. So Fannie Willis, honey, pushes back during the Georgia State Senate hearing and tells lawmakers if they want to investigate something, then they should look into how often she's been called the N-word. Ooh, okay. I know they ain't been down there calling Miss Fannie Willis no damn N-word. That's her man down here at the bottom, y'all. He married. Don't worry about it, though. But let's go ahead and get into it.
I don't review those documents, so you're asking me to look at documents that I haven't for the first time. What I can tell you is that I allowed Mr. Wade to bill 160 hours a week, and then Mr. Wade would be the first one in the office making sure that my staff arrived. He corrected their behavior. They thought that 8:30 meant 8:30. He taught them that 8:30 means 7:45. He got there before them. He left after him. He taught them how to do this case, and he was a leader to that team and a public servant. And for that, him like me has been threatened. thousands of times. You want something to investigate as a legislature? Investigate how many times they've called me the N-word. Why don't you investigate that? Why don't you investigate them writing on my house? Why don't you investigate the fact that my house has been swatted? If you want something to do with your time that makes sense, and you can use all this in your campaign ad, you attacked Fonnie Willis. What have you done, sir? Nothing.
I'm going to refer you to the screen. I know you said you don't approve.
I don't look at this. I don't review those documents, so you're asking me.
Well, that's how you clear, bitch, right there, okay? So during the Georgia State hearing, Fannie Willis honey was questioned about the number of hours Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, who was her boyfriend, was allowed to bill and whether she reviewed the documents tied to his pay. Now, Willis pushed back, telling lawmakers that while she did not personally review the billing records being discussed, said that she did authorize Wade's workload, stating that she allowed him to bill up to 160 hours a week. She then justified the decision by describing Wade as the first one in the office and the last one to leave, because, you know, they was in there doing some stuff. But anyway, allegedly, saying that he corrected staff behavior, raised expectations, and made it clear that 8:30 didn't mean 8:30, it meant 7:45. Okay. He was there early to see you, Fannie. Okay, that's why. But anyway, so Willis went on to say that Wade was a leader to her team and that both of them have been threatened before, telling the committee that if they want to investigate something, that they should also look into how many times she has been called the N-word. Yeah, that's a great place to start, because why are they doing that at work? Why is anybody calling anybody N-word? All right. We already know what happens after that. A lot of times you get hands and feet put upon you. But Fannie Willis, thank you, girl, for speaking up for yourself and your man. She's tired of them coming after her and Nathan Wade, child. Her and Nathan Wade been an item since they've been an item. But a lot of people did not like that, and they tried to use that against her as far as that whole Trump administration case as well. She was speaking up on that. But shout out to Fannie Willis for speaking up and clearing the girls, honey. She snapped off in that meeting. I love stuff like that. Let's move along, all right, to y'all favorite president. Never mind. Trump, honey, Trump. Let's get into this news. I hope y'all can use. All right, so Trump claims the new tax cuts will save families up to $20,000 a year and lead to the largest tax refund season ever. Bullish. I don't believe it until I see it, but let's continue. Shout out to It's On Site.
Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. We wrapped 12 different bills up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time. Next year, you will also see.
Y'all believe it? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe it. Put a 2 if you think it's bullshit. Let's get a poll. Put a 1 if you believe what Trump just said about these damn taxes. Put a 2 if you think it's total bullshit. Put a 3 if you think he's a motherfucking lie. Oh my God. See, I don't believe nothing till I see it with Trump. Honestly, he can tell me that the Lord is coming back, and child, I can look in the sky and see wings coming down from the clouds, baby. But because Trump said it, I don't believe it. Okay. But yeah, so speaking during a recent address, y'all President honey Trump said that Americans will soon see the impact of what he describes as the largest tax cut in American history. According to Trump, said that many families could save between $11,000 to $20,000 annually, with next spring projected to be the biggest tax refund season on record. He always be promising stuff with money. All right. Y'all know he was also talking about people were supposed to be receiving $2,000 back in tariff relief. I don't believe that either until I see it. I don't get excited about that shit. I'm like, if it happened, it happened. If I look into my account and see an extra $2,000 from Trump, okay. Thank you for doing what you said you were going to do. That's my attitude. I ain't gonna be like, oh my God. It's never that. No. I mean, if you do it, you do it. If you don't, we're moving on with our lives. That's just how I feel. But let's move along. Oh, it was something else that I needed. Yeah. Definitely got to show this. We definitely got to show this. This is a very important post, all right? Now, while he's trying to give out more money, as we already know, during this particular time, let's go ahead and pull this up. Anytime that there is a war, everything goes up. So is that why you're going to be lowering taxes so that people can afford this fucking war that you get ready to invoke on everyone? Okay. Anytime there's a war, everything goes up. Gas, especially. Okay. But Tucker Carlson says that he was told that Donald Trump plans to announce a war is coming during his address to the nation tonight at 9 p.m. Y'all ready for this? Let's listen, honey, because that's what we don't need is a war, especially if it's against Japan and those other countries like that. Like that could be harsh for the American people.
Is Trump going to start a war in Venezuela?
I don't know. I don't know when this program airs. The one that we're on right now. This thing's maybe live.
We're live now, and then
Okay.
it'll be posted immediately. So
So
now,
my sense is, I don't know the answer. I've certainly been on the phone a lot about it. I have no power. I'm a podcaster, but I'm very interested. And so here's what I know so far, which is that members of Congress were briefed yesterday that a war is coming, and it'll be announced in the address to the nation tonight at 9 o'clock by the president. Who knows, by the way, if that will actually happen? I don't know. And I never want to overstate what I know, which is pretty limited in general.
why is Trump going to?
Yeah, it is. So it said, my fellow Americans, this is what Trump is saying. I will be giving an address to the nation tomorrow night, live from the White House at 9 p.m. Okay, that was 15 hours ago. So that will be tonight at 9 p.m. He says, I look forward to seeing you then. He said it has been a great year for our country, and the best is yet to come. President Donald Trump. So it's saying that there's supposed to be some type of announcement of a war with Venezuela. I don't think we need to be having no fucking war right now. I don't think, since everybody's kind of bouncing back, you have people who still not received paychecks from when the whole government was shut down and people losing their jobs. Like this shit is getting ready to be bad if we have a war. We cannot afford a war. Wars are very expensive. Okay, I told you guys everything go up. Everybody's pockets are going to be tapped tremendously. Groceries going to go up. Everything. We cannot afford that shit. So is this why Trump is trying to give this tax relief so that he can fund this war, which is more beneficial towards him and not us? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Yeah, I don't know. Y'all sound off, but I'm just putting the information out there so that we can make awareness. All right. When I saw this post, I definitely wanted to put it out there. Y'all, we cannot afford no war. We cannot afford no war. But let's get into this next topic. I love to see stuff like this, okay? Shout out to the lovers' sayings, all right? A kind-hearted judge earned widespread praise after dropping charges and granting a second chance to a man who broke the law for his mother's medication, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and read up first before we show the video so y'all know what's going on. All right, it said he did not break the law out of greed. He broke the law out of love. Now, in the courtroom, it says that he looked like any other man facing fraud charges. Now, it said that his head is in his hands, shaking, wearing an orange jumpsuit. Another criminal at first glance, but said that the foul on the judge's desk told a very different story. Said he had written a bad check for thousands of dollars, not for luxury, not for comfort. It was written for a pharmacy counter. It says that his mother's life savings medication had been denied by insurance. Panic took over and said that he knew that the check would bounce, and he also knew it was the only way to keep her alive for the week. Said that now he is facing prison because of that choice. As he stood there crying, his fear was not about jail. It was about who would take care of his mother if he was gone. Said he waited for the sentence, but instead of reaching for the gavel, the judge stood up and leaned over the bench and hugged him, and she did not see a criminal. Said that she saw a son pushing for desperation by love, looking in his eyes. She said that it's over. I'm dropping the charges, and you deserve a second chance. I love this. Let's go ahead and look at this video.
Hey, look at me. It's over. I'm dropping the charges. You deserve a second chance, and I believe you can take it.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you, Your Honor.
Just make
Thank you
it
so
count,
much.
okay? Hey, look at me. It's over. I'm dropping the charges. You deserve a second chance, and I.
So it says sometimes justice is not about punishment. Sometimes it's about understanding. This was a great thing. Now he did commit a crime, okay? But they're saying he did it out of desperation. And a lot of times, like people who don't have food in their home, I'm not saying it is right for you to go in the store and steal something. I think a crime like that, I kind of understand. If you go in there and steal a loaf of bread because you have absolutely no food at home, and you have kids that you have to feed, I would be, if I was a judge, I would be understanding in that aspect. Okay. But if you just in there just stealing shit because you just want to steal it and be out here boosting and all, yeah, no, just go to jail, straight to jail, and do not collect $200. But in a case of like your mother is you know, she's been denied her Medicaid or whatever it is that she needs in order to pay for her medications, and you're in a desperate attempt, if he did this, if I were a judge, I would give him a pass, right? So yeah.
I believe you can take it.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you, Your Honor.
Just
Thank
make
you
it
so
count,
much.
okay? Hey, look at me. It's over. I'm dropping the charges. You deserve a second chance, and I believe you can take it.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you, Your Honor.
Just
Thank
make
you
it
so
count,
much.
okay?
She didn't make it count. So that means don't do that shit again, because next time you're gonna be back there in cell block 4. All right, so shout out to that judge, okay? Because y'all know, honey, when they see a black man coming into court, a lot of times they see guilty before they find us guilty. So thank God for judges who see your heart before they see your charges, right? Moving right along, let's get into the petty of it all. 50 Cent, child, he stay in my news because he stay with the mess. Now, I told you guys in Car Chronicles, I think yesterday, where he was saying he was going to buy this podcast that was owned by, it's called Let's Rap About It podcast with Jim Jones, rapper Fabulous, Mano, and Dave East. All right. It was said that they were behind on the rent. They had some back rent that they had to pay in the tune of $200,000. Well, 50 Cent claims that Jim Jones sent him the $200,000 after accusing podcast crew of being squatters, meaning they were over there at the podcast still doing podcasts and not paying that damn back rent. So 50 Cent claims that Jim Jones sent him $200,000 after accusing the podcast of being squatters, owing $250,000 in back rent. So 50 Cent is once again stirring the pot in his ongoing feud with the Let's Rap About It podcast. They said this time seemingly confirming that Jim Jones has sent a hefty payment to cover rent for the studio shared by Jim Jones, Fabulous, Mano, and Dave East. All right. They said after previously accusing the podcast crew of being squatters and claiming that they owe $250,000 in back rent for that space where the show is filmed, the rapper took to social media with what appeared to be an update to the situation. Now, in a post that quickly made the rounds online, 50 Cent suggested that Jones had finally settled at least part of the balance. So Jim Jones wired $200,000. He said, okay. He said, okay, he may turn out to be a good tenant after all. Not a tenant, 50 Cent. He's so damn petty. So they said, it's Samuel, if you need me to make them pay, just give me a ring and I'm here, he wrote. Who is Samuel? Implying the wire transfer was connected to the disputed studio rent. Who the hell is Samuel? Not calling nobody good, man. 50 Cent is so damn petty, okay? So 50 Cent says on his post, so Jim wired the $200K over. Okay, he may turn out to be a good tenant after all. Samuel, if you need me to make them pay, just give me a ring. I'm here. Okay, so 50 Cent. Oh my God, what do y'all think about that? Shout out to Ball Alert. So shout out to them for paying it because 50 was getting ready to buy the studio and make them like he was going to be their landlord. So y'all know 50 Cent is petty like that. So shout out to Jim Jones for coming up with that 200. All right, moving right along. Let's get into some Diddy news and some Fat Joe news that I ran across, because Diddy not only was out here trying to get Ray J booty brownies, he was obviously trying to get Fat Joe. So Fat Joe has come forward to say and finally speaking out about Diddy following the release of the 50 Cent Netflix documentary. Y'all know everybody's talking about it. It's still #1 on Netflix. I talked about how Diddy was out here getting other people booty brownies in the video as well. He was at one point in time trying to push up on Fabulous, trying to give him a birthday. He was trying to take 50 Cent on a shopping spree, which he was like, fuck out of here. But let's get into Fat Joe as he describes his experience and why he don't fool with Diddy anymore. I never even knew this, but shout out to him. All right. So rapper Fat Joe says, I used to roll with Diddy. Says he was my homie, but I stopped messing with him after one night in the studio apartment while we were making music. Fat Joe goes on to say that this guy started complimenting me, saying that I look nice with my chain, and even asked if he could touch it. He said, of course, I said no. He said that nobody in the streets lets anyone snatch their chain. He says that we were drinking and working on music when out of nowhere, he said, yo, Fat, I eat that red bone ass up. He said, I packed my stuff and left immediately without saying a word. He said, I don't hang with people like that. And I'm opening up now because it's clear that this guy was seriously sick in the head. Yeah, something really is wrong with Diddy, okay? Whoever put this meme up right here with 50 Cent is hella messy, okay? We've heard a lot of stories about people in the industry that Diddy's tried, okay? Columbus Short talked about how Diddy called his house at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when he was in bed with his wife, asking him to meet him at a hotel, and he declined. Yeah, that's go YouTube it. It's out there. Y'all know I tell no lies. Columbus Short, y'all know Columbus Short. He's an actor. He said that Diddy called his phone at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and asked him to meet him at a very lavish hotel. Okay, he's like, "What you need me to meet you for?" He said they were having some type of party, and he declined because y'all know what they say go on in the parties. Okay, but shout out to Fat Joe for putting that out there, child, letting us know that Diddy was trying to be getting your booty grinders. All right, that's a lot of booty grinders because he's fat. But anyway, shout out to you though. Let's get in. While we're talking about Diddy, his son, the one that looks just like him, King Combs. King Combs, he's ready to go on to Africa, child. He's trying to take Diddy's kids and everybody and going over to Africa. But before he does that, he has threatened to slap 50 Cent when he sees him, child. It's gonna be a slap on sight, according to what King Combs has to say. When he see 50 Cent, I'm slapping you for putting out this damn documentary about his daddy. Because y'all know he wanted his daddy to be out here doing FOs in peace. Because he was doing it too. Y'all hear that? Okay, so Hip Hop Overload, shout out to them. They're saying tensions escalated on social media after King Combs, son of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, appeared to issue a threatening message towards rapper and entrepreneur 50 Cent on Twitter, you guys. Now, they say in a now deleted post, King Combs suggested that he would physically confront 50 Cent if the two were to cross paths. Now, 50 Cent quickly fired back because you know he see all the mess. Dismissing the remarks and emphasizing his own long-standing success in the music and business worlds. It said that in his response, the G-Unit founder asserted that he has built and rebuilt wealth multiple times independently, contrasting that with King Combs' reliance on his father's legacy. Ooh, nuh-uh. All right, so they said that both posts were subsequently deleted, but not before capturing public attention and fueling online debate. So the exchange comes after heightened scrutiny around 50 Cent's forthcoming documentary centered on Diddy, which has already sparked significant conversation and controversy. Now, the recent social media clash has only intensified speculation that the project is placing increased pressure on Diddy and those closest to him. So as reactions continue to circulate across social platforms, the situation underscores how unresolved tensions in high-profile projects can quickly spill into the public arena. Let's get into it, y'all. All right, so King Combs says on Twitter, on my dad, if I ever see 50 Cent, I'll slap the up out of him. All right? Ooh, child, that's a threat. That's a threat. I don't think 50's worried about it, though. So 50 Cent then claps back on Twitter, as you guys can see. He said, look, bro, first close your mouth when you take pictures. Let me go back to the picture. See? so he's telling him, close your mouth. Look, first of all, close your mouth when you're taking pictures. He said, I've been rich 3 different times. Sold records, sold shows, sold liquor, sold power. He said that you still living off Wi-Fi and legacy. Ooh, that's a read, okay? Relax, all right, is what 50 Cent is telling him. So that lets him know he's really not worried about him. Nigga, if you run up on me and slap me, then what? Because usually if you slap someone, there's usually a reaction after that. For every action is a reaction. You slap me, your ass gonna get slapped back. So yeah, shout out to 50 Cent for letting him know, nigga, ain't nobody scared of you or your damn daddy. All right, don't make him do a part 2 on your ass. Moving right along. All right? Shout out to Hip Hop Overload. So let's get into King Combs also saying that he is ready to move to South Africa because America is not kind to him and his family after the documentary and after his dad being locked up in the jail down there. Okay, so yeah, I was like, what time y'all leaving? Okay, y'all should have been gone. Shit, we didn't want y'all ass over here anyway. So according to Larry Media, it says that Diddy's son King Combs has reportedly revealed plans to relocate the entire Combs family and their business to South Africa, claiming that the family now feels unwanted in the U.S. following the backlash surrounding 50 Cent's in his documentary. Now, said that he reportedly described South Africa as the best country in Africa, saying that it offers a safe space where the Combs family can live freely. Y'all know what that means, have FOs freely and nobody see them on the radar, to continue their lifestyle and keep the Combs culture alive while awaiting Diddy's expected release in 2028. It goes on to say that this revelation has sparked heavy reaction online, with many questioning whether this move is strategic, emotional, or simply damage control. Now, this is floating around a lot on social media because I also saw it, and this is a very reputable source as well. I wanted to go ahead and put hers up too. Shout out to her. I know she doesn't mind. Shout out to All About the Tea. As you guys can see, King Combs says that he is moving to Africa after 50 Cent's documentary brought much shame and disgrace to the family. So you guys can look it up. It's pretty much all over the internet. They're talking about relocating to South Africa because Diddy's reputation has pretty much been ruined in America, where he's losing brand deals after the documentary is hit, and they're, I guess, worried about if he's going to be able to make a comeback if and when he gets out in 2028. Are people going to be wanting to work with him? Are celebrities going to, want to still party with him, rub elbows with him, or even have any type of relationship with him after things have been released in this documentary and what was exposed in this recent trial that he was just in with this whole Cassie situation? Let's not forget about the video where he was stomping Cassie out and hitting her. So Diddy's reputation has taken a huge hit since all of this stuff has come out. Shout out to Cassie for kicking the door down, because had she not spoken out and filed her lawsuit, we would not be here, I don't think. So shout out to 50 Cent, I guess. Shit. What y'all think? Put it in there. Put it in there. Put it in there. Let's get into some Candy and Todd news. I hope y'all can use it. All right. What y'all think? Y'all want Diddy to leave the U.S., child? Y'all don't care? I think he can go. I don't think I'll miss him. I really don't think I'll miss him. But let's get into, I do that. Correct. Okay. So let's get into, okay. So Candy Burris, honey. Candy Burris reveals her holiday plans with husband Tucker after the explosive divorce. Now, y'all know they spent and this came out on yesterday, on Wednesday. Y'all know that they spent Thanksgiving together. They spent the Thanksgiving holidays together, so they will be spending Christmas together as well, it appears, with everything going on. Now, Candy did say in a recent post that they asked her what is it that she wanted for Christmas. She said she wants her divorce to be finalized by Christmas. But she and Todd are definitely spending a lot of time together. He is flying out to support her while she's doing her show on Broadway in New York. And they're going on dates and things. I've showed you guys plenty of pictures where they're still hanging out like nothing is going on behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Todd is still trying to figure out how to, get a loophole in this damn divorce. But they seem to be doing well being around each other. I wouldn't want to be around somebody who's trying to take my kids and who's trying to take my damn house. We're going to get into that here in a second, too. But let's go ahead and read. Candy Burris, honey, is keeping the holiday spirit alive this winter season despite her ongoing divorce from Todd Tucker. Now, during a recent live stream, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star revealed that she plans to spend the upcoming holiday with her soon-to-be ex-husband and their children in the Big Apple. I told y'all, and I showed you guys yesterday where she said the kids are going to be flying out to New York for a whole week to spend the holidays with her. So she's, still doing her Broadway thing. She cannot be home for the holidays, so they're going to go to her. So prior to sharing her plans, Candy Burris opened up to fans about the struggles of her divorce from Todd Tucker, whom she had been married to for 11 years, as we know. Now, despite the challenges, it said that Burris is trying to focus on things that bring her joy, such as her new role on the Broadway show, Juliet. Okay. Let's continue. That's the one I showed y'all yesterday. So it said that Burris, who was 49 years old, spent a few minutes chatting with fans during her Amazon Live broadcast, revealing that despite her and Tucker's divorce, the family is still spending Christmas together. Even though we all, this is what Candy had to say, even though we have all of this mess going on right now, she said that we still going to do it together for our kids. She says, so we are spending Christmas in New York. So what time gonna be sleeping? He gonna be in your room, Candy? So previously a clip of Burris stating that that all she wanted for Christmas was a divorce went viral, sparking concern among the biggest supporters. Says that I hear the pain and tears in that laugh, someone wrote. I think Candy really is packing down a lot of that. I think if she could just sit in these podcasts and just cry, she would. Y'all know Candy is a crier. But I think she's trying to take one for the team and also, keep a straight face for the kids because they do love Todd and they do love her as well. So I think she's trying to still keep that dynamic for the kids. And I applaud her for that. All right. Said that all jokes aside, I pray her friends and family hug her tight when she gets home. Says I can see beneath the jokes. Okay. So she be trying to laugh it off, as you guys can see, but this is them. So again, Candy and Todd will be spending Christmas together as they did spend Thanksgiving together with her family in Atlanta, but they will be in New York for Christmas. So shout out to them for trying to make it work. All right. It's called co-parenting shit. While we're talking about Todd, let's get into some more Todd news and we're going to get up off them so we can continue on. So I want to stay on task, honey. All right, so according to the Real Housewives of Atlanta fan page, it says that this is what Todd is saying, that she wants to pretend that I did not contribute, but I know what I paid and what I gave to that household. Now, I showed you guys a video yesterday where Todd was saying that he feels that he is due half of the equity in Candy's home, which of course we know she purchased prior to marrying Todd. She already had that property, but Todd is saying that after the marriage that he is due equity or half of the equity that has been accumulated since the marriage. I don't think that that's how that works, Todd, but okay. So it said the divorce drama between Real Housewives of Atlanta stars Candy Burris and Todd Tucker is getting uglier by the day. Now, court filings may list the house under Candy's name, but Todd is pushing back hard, claiming that his financial contributions are being erased from the narrative. Now, just because you pay a light bill here and a gas bill there does not give you half ownership of the fucking house, Todd. I'm just saying. If you live there and you're using lights, gas, whatever, you should pay that shit. But that does not mean that you can spin the block and say, oh, I should automatically get half of, anything that's due to this home. No. Okay. Let's continue. It says that from paid bills to shared responsibilities, Todd insists that he was not just a bystander in that home and that he's clearly frustrated by what he sees as Candy rewriting history. Meanwhile, Candy is standing firm behind her prenup and premarital purchase, which is the home, making it clear that she is not backing down. It said that what started as a private split has now turned into a public power struggle, and fans are watching every move, including me, girl, as the legal battle intensifies. So Todd is thinking that he is due something as related to this home because he is married to Candy. Now I'm going to show you guys this video one more again, and I know it's one more time. Okay. Right before we get to the next topic, for those of you that did not get to see it yesterday. So Shamia did an interview a little bit back. Okay. I'm gonna spin the block just to show you guys what I'm talking about. Todd seems he feels that he has some rights here, and I just don't think that's the case. But Shamia from Real Housewives of Atlanta did an interview a little bit back with Todd, and she's asking Todd about the hold on. I think this is the one about him having any rights to the home. And let's get into what he has to say. All right, let's go.
Are you not on the house? That is a question. Like, I don't understand.
We're married.
Right, which is why it should be.
If something happens tomorrow to my wife, where does the house go?
Where does the house go?
To me and the kids.
Are you sure?
Naturally, like, dude.
I'm just
we were
saying,
sitting with our accountant. Let me tell you this. We were sitting with our accountant. And I was like, yeah, my name ain't on it. He was like, that shit don't matter. He's like, all of the equity that's been built in it over this time, y'all were married. That's half yours. But I don't care about the fucking house.
Do y'all have a prenup?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah. So anything before we said is, yours. But
that wasn't
the equity came during being together.
No, but the house wasn't before it. So
the
that's
equity.
Technically.
Yeah, you're missing a part. The equity. So if it went up 500,000, technically half of that would be.
Is it premarital assets though?
It doesn't even really matter.
But it does.
So let me tell you.
So what I just read to you guys from the previous post. All right, Todd is saying I have contributed. Now anything that we've done from 11 years back, they got married 11 years ago. So Todd is saying any equity that has accumulated in said house that Candy purchased prior to knowing him any equity that has been built up in that home, that if something happens to where they split and go their separate ways, that he is due half of the equity in Candy's home that she purchased that is in her name. Now, I don't really, now I know a little bit about real estate, but I'm not well versed to the fact where I would know if that's how that works. I don't think that that's how that will work. If you are married someone and they already have a property, you just automatically do half the equity that's accumulated during the time that you guys were married. Say you got married 11 years ago on whatever date. So from that date all the way up to to where things are finalized, that you are due half of that equity. Do we have any real estate agents in the house that know a little bit more about real estate? Can you drop in the chat and let me know? Is that how that works? A person that marries someone who has a property, that they are due half of whatever the equity is that's accumulated during the time of the marriage. Can y'all let me know? Let's continue this though.
Why I think it matters. It matters to women, right? I got married. I moved into my husband's home.
Right.
I was salty about it. I was like, wait, what? And I'm not going on deed. I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. But I'm not looking to raise my children or bring up a family because this is all premarital stuff. And I want something that we can grow in together. It don't even have to be $1 million home. It could be a $200, whatever. It could be a little shanty, a shack, whatever. I want to know that it's something that we're doing together and something that we can grow in together. Not like, oh, that's you over here. Because you even made the reference of, that was your match. You didn't bother to flip it over. There are some feelings about that.
Well, no. The thing I was saying with that was, she's saying this crib, I used to live there with somebody else, right?
Okay, so we don't need to hear that part. Okay. The part I wanted y'all to hear was about this equity part. I don't agree with you, Todd. I'm sorry. I know you feel like you're right, but I don't. All right, so let me take it back.
To my wife, where does the house go?
Hold on, let's go back a little bit more.
That is a question, like, I don't understand.
We're married.
Right, which is why it should be.
If something happens tomorrow to my wife, where does the house go?
Where does the house go?
To me and the kids.
Are you sure?
Naturally, like, dude.
I'm just
we were sitting with our accountant. Let me tell you this. We were sitting with our accountant, and I was like, "Yeah, my name ain't on it." He was like, "That shit don't matter." He's like, "All of the equity that's been built in it over this time, y'all were married. That's half yours." But I don't care about that fucking house.
But you do, because why would you bring that up? Why would you say to your accountant, "My name is not on the house"? Why bring that up? Why bring it up to your accountant like you were trying to get your accountant to give you some type of legal advice or tell you your rights as related to that situation, Todd? It's giving that you on some sneak shit, Todd. That's what it's giving. And I've been trying to give Todd the benefit of the doubt here, but I feel like Todd is doing some sneaky shit to where he feels this sense of entitlement because he married Candy, not realizing that anything that was purchased prior to the marriage is definitely Candy's. And if you guys had a conversation to say, okay, whatever we came into this marriage with, you take that, and whatever we accumulate during the marriage, we'll split it. Like, why are you asking about equity in a home that you know she purchased prior to marrying you? Why are you doing that? What are you asking outside of going behind Candy's back, asking accountants and other people loopholes in how to get your hands on a certain amount of money? That's a lot of equity for 11 years. Let me just say that right now. Equity builds fast in a home. For 11 years, Todd's been married to Candy. So you're saying that you want equity, half of the equity accumulated in Candy's home, which I think is like $1 million home. That's a lot of money for 11 years. Like, fuck out of here, Todd. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get to the next topic. Y'all sound off in there, honey. Let's go ahead and get into this. Because Todd ain't done, baby. Todd is not done. Baby, you lying, Todd. If we have any real estate agents in my chat right now, you guys know a little bit more about this real estate situation, let me know. Because I do not want to misspeak on this. All right. I know a little bit because I do own properties. But I ain't never heard no shit like that where you own a property and you marry someone and they're just automatically entitled to half of whatever equity is built because you're married to said person and their name is nowhere on said property. I've never heard of that. But y'all sound off and let me know because I'm willing to hear what you got to say. All right. So according to Real Housewives True fan page, let's get into this. Court filings indicate that Todd submitted documents asserting that he made financial contributions to the household by covering certain expenses despite the property being registered exclusively in Candy Burris' name. Now, Candy swiftly dismissed that claim, clarifying that the home was purchased outright with cash. Y'all it is before their marriage and carries no mortgage. Now, while she did acknowledge that Todd helped pay some utility bills, which he should, shit, you live there, Candy emphasized that she was largely responsible for maintaining the home, stating plainly, it's my damn house. And it is. Okay. So it says that because the property was acquired prior to the marriage and is safeguarded by a signed prenuptial agreement, it is probable that Todd will have any claim to ownership or financial benefit from the home. Now, prenuptial agreements exist to protect assets obtained before the marriage, and in this instance, Candy appears to have taken the necessary measures to protect what she had built long before exchanging vows, as we all saw. Now, as the matter develops, observers are closely watching how the court will weigh Todd's assertions against the legal protections already established. Todd is looking to, as you guys just heard in the video, get half of the equity in Candy's home. This is the home right here. This is the home. Why is it not? Well, this is the home. It's huge. You guys can go and look it up. I already showed you guys pictures. And there's actually 2 homes on her property. There's a main home and then there's a guest house. The guest house is where Todd is currently staying right now because he and Candy are not in good standing. But yeah, so Todd feels some entitlement because he married her. That's going to be a fight to the death. I'm sure Candy is not going to give him half of no fucking equity in a home she purchased that he put nothing into, besides paying a fucking light bill here, gas bill there, maybe getting the carpet cleaned maybe one time, putting another light in the. He's kind of acting like Kenya Moore's husband. Like, you know, y'all know Kenya Moore's husband, ex-husband now, Mark Daly, wanted half of ownership of the home as a result of him getting divorced from her. He was like, yeah, I'll sign the divorce papers only after I get half ownership of the home, something that you didn't put a down payment on, you didn't pay no taxes on, none of that shit. But he just felt entitled because he was married to her. And this is something that is going on with Candy and Todd. And I hear that Apollo was trying to do the same thing to Phaedra in terms of one of their properties, because during the time that Phaedra and Apollo got divorced, Phaedra owned 3 homes, and Apollo was trying to say that he helped put in on one of the homes and he should get ownership of that, which of course he lost that in court as well. So yeah, shout out to, because I was like, okay, Phaedra is an attorney now. She ain't won about 2 cases, but she damn sure didn't let Apollo get that damn house. I do know that. But let's continue. Y'all sound off on those topics that we just talked about. We've been talking about Dr. Simone's husband. All right, Cecil. Oh, Cecil over there, honey. Cecil has responded because people have been tearing his ass up in the comments about how he sits back and allows his adult sons to run over and talk back to and run through Simone's money, and he don't say shit. Why? Because he's doing the same fucking thing. All right, so Cecil has now responded. Shout out to the Peach Report. And we're going to get into it. So they say, okay, Cecil, Dr. Samora Whitmore's husband, child, Cecil Whitmore, sounds off on their explosive family sit down with son Michael on Sunday's episode. I showed you guys the live where I feel like her son Michael, who's seen right here in the circle, keeps inserting himself in adult business whenever his mother and father, which is Simone and Cecil, are having conversations about finances and things like that. He always inserts himself, which I think is hella disrespectful. But Cecil always, and we've seen this many, many times on the show, on their lives, he sits back and he allows his children to be super disrespectful. He allows the kids to curse around Simone. He allows the kids to be disrespectful. And I feel that it's disrespectful when he sits back and sips his drink and kind of smirk and allow the shit to go on, because you're the man of the house. But I found some information on Cecil today where they said that Cecil is a whole mama's boy. Cecil stayed in his mama house where Simone got him from when she married his ass. Cecil was staying with his mama when Simone found his ass. So I said, well, that makes a whole lot of sense why his ass be sitting there smiling and acting like a whole bitch ass nigga when your kids is out here disrespectful to your mama. Well, they mama. But let's go ahead and get into what Cecil had to say. All right. According to right here, Cecil, that's his check mark, so it's official. All right. So he says, he reading the people down because he's sick of them reading his ass. Because Cecil been doing this shit for a long time. But Cecil says, let me say this. We have been on reality TV for 12 years. So it is fair for everyone to have an opinion. He said, but trust me, you don't have 5% of the whole story with a 6-minute segment for each of the ladies each week. He said, and based on the comments about me and my sons, he said, it is clear that you're missing a great deal of info. Now carry on, okay? But remember one thing. He said, just because I don't talk about what I have or spend my money on, clothes and cars, he said that you know, he said that, hold on. Let me go ahead. He said, remember one thing, just because I don't talk about what I have or spend my money on, clothes and cars, he said that you know my bank account. That don't make sense, Cecil. See, if you're gonna read down, then you're gonna have to put that shit together, right? Okay. You got me over here sound like I can't read it. Y'all know I read real good, okay? But so that's what Cecil had to say. He's checking the people to let them know, hey, you only seen a 6-minute segment. I think that we've seen in the 12 years, Cecil, that we've been watching Married to Medicine, how you move. I mean, hell, Simone was gonna divorce your ass because you were disrespectful, because you were acting like you didn't give a fuck, because you sat there like you were in the Twilight Zone when this woman is crying her eyes out and screaming to the top of her lungs about shit that you're not doing as a man. At one point, Cecil was not even working. So when all that shit came out to where she was saying, I am taking on all of this, I'm paying all the bills, then he goes out and gets his real estate license and starts selling maybe a house or two. I told you guys, I do follow him. He did recently sell a house, but I don't see where he's like selling houses to where his money is matching Simone's, because real estate agents make pretty good money if they're selling great properties. But it don't look like he's selling a lot of houses, which means that Simone is carrying on the majority of the finances in the home, including their grown sons who have this lavish appetite for things or a lifestyle, okay? She just purchased her son Michael a nice Rubicon Jeep. Y'all know how much Rubicons cost. Nice Jeeps. See, he was like, oh, I'm bored with that. I need a new car, but he doesn't work. And he wants to stay off campus, as I told you guys. Cecil just sat there like he didn't give a damn, while Simone was trying to explain to them, like, y'all don't really need all this shit. Like, I'm tired of paying all these bills for you guys, your tuition and all of that. You want to go back to college again? Get some student loans, okay? But Cecil sat there smiling. And a lot of people felt away, and they've been really going off on Cecil. I've been looking at comments, child, over on Bravo Shade Room and other platforms where they've been really tearing into Cecil, but he's finally spoken out and let people know, y'all don't know what I spend my money on. Or do you mean Simone's money? Okay. But again, they are married, so whatever she bring in, it's their money, but ultimately she's making the money. And I don't feel like it's fair that Cecil is sitting on her as a grown-ass man, and I don't feel that it's fair that her grown-ass sons get to do it as well. But I feel like, Simone, you are training your sons, as I said before, to have this mentality of, you know, feeling like that they are do certain things when they should go out and get it on their own. I just keep saying it. So shout out to Cecil for speaking up. But get into this tea that I was shout out to let me pull it up right quick. Housewife from a Housewife, where it looks like Dustin and Carlos and Claudia Jordan and them uncover some stuff by way of Heavenly, of course. Now, y'all know Heavenly talks about everyone's business and spill everybody's tea but her own. So Heavenly spilled some tea to Carlos, Dustin, and Claudia that Cecil is really like a whole mama's boy, that he was still staying at home when Simone found him. Let's go ahead and get into that. Then we're going to move along.
Dr. Heavenly said that she was told that Cecil is a friend to the show. You tell me, brother, if I got this wrong. But Heavenly said it, not me. Heavenly said that Cecil was living with his mama and Simone had to get him out the house.
That's why they be ready to whoop Dr. Heavenly ass, because she be saying stuff like that. That's why they can't stand her. That's why we love it. That's why we love her.
Heavenly did say it was said on the show years ago, and somebody commented that she did say on the show. So
okay.
Dr. Heavenly said,
I don't give a damn if she said it 2 decades ago. Heavenly always talk about everybody else's shit but her own. Talk about how your sons were still living with you as grown-ass individuals. They should have their own apartments. It's not that expensive in Atlanta. Get your own apartment as a man. I get you trying to go to dental school and all of that. Your son works at your office. I'm pretty sure he makes a nice little bag. I'm sure. His parents are rich. Alora lives in a high-rise apartment downtown Atlanta. Dropped out of college to stay in a high-rise apartment in Atlanta. Okay. So yeah, your son should be doing the same. Your other son that is out here trying to run over police officers, his ass should be doing the very same. But I don't feel like Heavenly should be telling people's business, especially people that she worked with, that you got to film with. Like, they don't respect you and they don't want to tell you their business because they know you're going to run to your YouTube platform and just spill their shit. Okay. But what y'all think about that? Sound off. Move right along. All right. So Nene Leakes had a little dinner party, and a lot of people, a lot of familiar faces were there. So we're gonna go ahead and show it. Apollo was there as well. Carly Red was there as well. I saw a few people few people. So we're gonna go ahead and show that, and then we're gonna move along. So Nene Leakes has a surprise birthday party with Carly Red, Apollo Nida, Derek J, and other celebs as well. We can't play the music, but I will show you guys this, and we're gonna move on. Okay, let's move along. Shout out to No Chaser TV. All right, so you have a nice little, like a little upscale little situation, little birthday dinner. Okay, little seafood towels. Okay, that's my kind of shit there. I like that. Come on through, Nene. Yes, I know Nene has signed her contract to be back on Bravo for Real Housewives Girl Trip. She will be on that. So shout out to her for that. Bravo has welcomed her back with open arms. It is rumored that she will be probably coming back next season on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So shout out to Nene for that. So she's back. Oh, they need to cook that some more. No, ma'am. Food looks great though. That's some upscale shit. I love stuff like that, honey. Yes, honey. Yes. Okay. I don't know what that is. Sushi, yes, God. We love some sushi. Okay. All right, Nene. So food look good. I don't know where they are. You see, it doesn't say where they are, but whatever. Shout out to them. So shout out to Nene for that. The people are coming out to support Nene. Shout out to Nene. Nene is officially back. What y'all think? Is that the end of my show? No, we are early. All right, so let me get some more topics for you guys because I ain't ready to go yet. It's still early. I didn't pull a lot of topics because I knew I had to go a little early, but let's extend it a little bit. All right, since we still here. Let's get some more tea up in here, honey. Because we can go a little bit longer. Y'all want me to go a little bit longer? Y'all want to end it? What y'all want? Y'all let me know. We're going to do what y'all want to do. Let's see. Ooh, that's tea. We'll talk about that. All right. Let me get a couple more topics up for you guys. Y'all want to keep going? Y'all sleep in the chat? All right, let's see. Okay, we need a jam session. All right, my people telling me we need a jam session. So while I'm getting some more topics, in, let's get a jam session in. Y'all tap on my like for me right quick, okay? While we get a couple more topics, and then we're going to get out of here, okay? Let's get it. Hey, all right. We're back. All right, let's get back to the show. I was adding a couple more topics here, guys, because we kind of finished a little early. So give me 1 second. We're gonna do like 4 more topics and then we're gonna get off. Okay. And I don't want to push you too close. So I'll be on time. I hate to be late anywhere I go. So thank y'all for hanging in there with me. Let's pull that one too. And let's get one more. So we can extend it just a little bit because I know y'all hate when I be chopping my show down. Y'all be like, really? But let's get one more. One more. Here you go. Yeah, we'll do that one. All right. So let's get back to the show. Thank y'all for being here. Did y'all tap on the like button? Y'all say, hey, I'm driving. Yes, D-Nice. Twerk in your car, okay? Twerk in your car, D-Nice. I know that's right. All right, so let's get back into our topics. We got a little ratchet news. We ain't do no ratchet news today, so let's get into that. All right. Let's get our topic pulled up. And then we gotta go, y'all. Okay. We go eat lunch with my son today. He gonna love that. All right, so according to Neighborhood Talk, Maury Povey, honey, says that he would come out of retirement to settle feuds between Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar. I don't think that that's going to work. He said it was a lie detector test, of course. Y'all know he's a lie detector king, all right? The king of lie detector tests. But let's get into what Maury had to say.
I've even put this out, all right, on social media.
Okay.
I would come out of retirement if I could get Nicki.
Okay, Nicki Minaj.
And Cardi B. Settle their differences with lie detector tests.
Yeah.
How about if Drake and Kendrick
If Drake and Kendrick came on the show, so you would come. You'd want
I'd come out of retirement.
Come out of retirement to settle the beef, y'all.
I've even put.
I don't think Drake and Kendrick Lamar is going to be trying to settle no damn beef. I just don't think they will. But hey, thank you, Maury, for trying to come out and help with this situation. Nicki and Cardi, yeah, I don't see that shit happening either. But I don't think nobody really checking for Nicki right now anyway, since she got up there and trying to do her political thing, talking all out of turn over there, trying to big up Trump and all of his minions. So, yeah, we're going to leave that alone. I think if you're going to come back, just focus on paternity tests because there's a lot of people that need paternity tests, right? Like Destiny and did I say that? Yeah, like Destiny and other people that might come on your show, right? Because they said that she had to do like 3 of them. I don't know. Because they were saying that at one point she know who her baby daddy was. So I was just saying, hey, if you want to reach out to somebody to do some paternity tests, reach out to Destiny and see if she'll be willing to come on to the show to see if Martell or Moses or I don't know, whoever else that she may have been. Let me stop. Allegedly. Okay, that was messy. But anywho, more, I don't know. I'm trying to give you a storyline, girl. I'm just trying to help you. All right. Carlos ain't got you with a good storyline over there. He got you on TV looking like a thought monster, sleeping with everybody on the show. But I was like, hey, I'm trying to help them get the ratings up. So if you want to go over there and get the ratings up, holler at Maury and see if he can do a little paternity test. Allegedly. All right, because that's what the word on curve is. I don't know. But anyway, let's move along into some she gonna be mad when she hear that. She is gonna be mad when she hears that, but I don't give a fuck. All right, because y'all know we messy over here. Let's continue on. All right, so Marlon Wayans, who has some things to say about 50 Cent's documentary. He jumped in on the beef, and 50, of course, did respond. Yes, girl, a thought monster, though. So Marlon Wayans reveals his brother Damon Wayans' advice on the 50 Cent beef. All right, I feel like this. When you have to kind of move in the same circles and in the same space as other people, you don't want to have too much beef to where you make it uncomfortable. Y'all got to be at award shows and other shows and red carpet events and things like that. You don't want to make it so to the point to where, especially with a person like 50 who does not forget beef, who will always use the opportunity to continue to come back at you and get in your ass. So Marlon Wayans, I think you need to just pipe down, stop going on interviews, stop sitting on platforms, still talking about this shit because you're only fueling the beef. Look at Ja Rule. There's a whole documentary coming out in May of next year because he chose to run his fucking mouth about 50. Now, we don't want no damn documentary coming out about you and why y'all over there kissing y'all mama in the mouth because you said it in an interview. That's like a family thing y'all do. Y'all kiss your mama in the mouth. So you don't want 50 digging into that and figuring out other things that may be going on. I'm not saying that y'all are, but, you know, I don't kiss my mom in the mouth. I didn't kiss my daddy in the mouth, so that's hella weird. But you don't want 50 jumping in on that, like, oh, there might be something there, and then it's a damn documentary out there about y'all, okay? That's a lot of kissing in the mouth. It's what, like 47 of y'all brothers? But anywho, so Marlon Wayans is booked and busy, according to him. But he still found the time to be embroiled in a beef with 50 Cent. That's not a good thing to do. Said he revealed what his family was saying in the group chat about it. Said the advice that they gave and more. So let's get into what they told him. Hopefully shut your ass up. That's some great advice when it comes to 50 Cent, okay?
But despite the busy schedule, you found time for a social media beef with 50 Cent. What was it like in the family chat? Were your brothers like egging you on or telling you quit it?
Well, what happened?
Well, yeah. I just said his name. They asked me about the documentary. I was like, I didn't see it. And then they asked me about it, and I just gave my opinion. I was just like, I don't think brothers need to be quarreling in public like that. And then what I get into? A public quarrel with a brother. And I just think it was bad for the culture. And I kind of backed out, and plus my brothers, so I don't even say that name anymore. Okay. If you ask me, hey, you got change of $1? I need a half $1. So you need a half $1.
Got
you talking about 5 dimes, 2 quarters. I'll say 2 quarters. Okay. How old are you? I'm 43 plus a dime. I will no longer say.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
it rhymes with gifty. Right? So my brothers, they were funny. Dame was like, why you pick the biggest brother? He's on gamma rays. Stick to beefing with Soulja Boy, Kevin Hart. People that
you don't want to beef with Soulja Boy because he on that.
Can beat. You fight him. Leave guys that got shot 9 times alone. He survived 9. And so, but I backed out. I think because I was want to focus on, positivity, fun, and I got a movie coming out, Scary Movie 6, and maybe I'll do a gifty Gent joke in there.
You backed out because you knew that you were in very dangerous territories with 50 Cent. Okay, he probably sent your ass a warning and say, okay, do one more post, because he was doing the fucking most. I showed y'all right here on my channel how Marlon Wayans was steady making posts, steady going on platforms talking about 50 Cent, threatening him, saying you a bitch ass nigga for doing this documentary on Diddy. So how is it that you're sitting here saying that you didn't even watch the fucking documentary, but you have the most to say? It's always the ones, how can you be sitting up here having this much vitriol towards 50 Cent and you didn't watch the fucking documentary to even know what you're mad about in the documentary? Like, it's giving misplaced anger. What are you really mad about? How are you this mad about a documentary you've never seen, according to what he just said, right? Like, I think 50 said something. Say one more thing about me, bitch, and I'm going to do a documentary about your motherfucking ass. That's what I think 50 said to him. So, yeah, now you can't even say his name. That's familiar. Why you can't say 50 name no more? Because he ain't put no restraining order on your ass. He put no, he put one of them orders on you where you can't speak his name. So why is it that you are doing subliminals when it comes to 50 Cent where you were loud when it came to him before? That was just a few days ago. He must have threatened your ass, right? That sounds familiar, though. You cannot say his name. Be on your Beyonce bullshit and say his name so he can come and tear off in your ass again. And I'm going to be right here to pull it up and talk about it. Moving right along. Okay. Yes, girl, we love a little mess. We love a little mess. Why you can't say his name, though? Why you can't say his name? You call him everything else but 50. And them jokes were not funny. But let's move along. Rick Ross' daughter says that her dad, which is Rick Ross, is old as and needs to start acting his age. All right. Says that I love his life, but when are you going to stop? So, she reading her daddy down. 50 Cent. Rick Ross, what you do to your daughter? Let's get into what she had to say. All right. Disrespectful kids. Let's go, child.
Your dad's actually old. You said that like that shit was gonna insult me. My daddy is old as fuck. And act like he motherfucking 20. I love his life. But I be telling that nigga, slow down. When is you gonna stop? When is you gonna stop doing this? Look, like you act like you motherfucking my age. You're not. You're old. Because if I'm 24, that means you knocking on motherfucking 50, boy. That's old as shit. Like 50, look, listen to how it sound. 50.
These kids are just hope my son doesn't get old enough to talk like that. I know I gotta trash my. Sometimes my mouth can be very trash, and I try to watch my mouth sometimes when I feel like it. But I hope that my son just doesn't grow up and have a filthy mouth like this and just kind of speak in, about me or his father in this way. Like, this is a lie.
Before my daddy had 8 kids, he had 2. So 2 of his kids are only there's only 2 of us who are adults. Everybody else is fucking kids. They have to live with their moms. Their children, their babies. The oldest one is 8 years old, which is my little sister. Everybody else is kids. Like, we don't have siblings that's 16, 15, 14. My daddy got 8 kids, y'all. And the oldest 2 is 20 and 23. My brother doesn't live here because he goes to college. So I'm the only motherfucker here. It's not about favoritism. It's just that's how life is going right now. And all my other siblings are kids. I'm the youngest. Did you just not hear what I said? Damn. Of course y'all want to know he had that many. My daddy is a very private person.
I never knew he had 8 kids, though.
Your dad's actually old.
So shout out to Rick Ross' daughter for being hella disrespectful. So Rick Ross' daughter, Toy Roberts, had a few words for him during a live saying that she loves his life, but feels that he needs to slow down and stop acting like he's her age. Now, y'all know he did have a little issue with being on that, syrup or whatever they call it, syrup, where he was, y'all know how they put the cough syrup and stuff in the alcohol and be drinking it. He was starting to have seizures and stuff like that, so he had to back away from that. He had some other health conditions where he had to drop some weight, so shout out to him for doing that. But yeah, I mean, typical rapper, they do that shit. I mean, Lil Wayne did it as well. He had to back up off of it as well. But yeah, I mean, he's a rapper. That's a rapper's lifestyle. I mean, what you want him walking around with a choir robe on, and acting like a priest? No, that's what rappers do. They act crazy. They have pows and drugs and all that other type of stuff. I'm pretty sure that you are benefiting from that same lifestyle where he's out here acting a fool. So why are you on lives talking crazy about your daddy? Well, if you cut your damn finances off, then what? Okay. I mean, it just is what it is. That comes with the territory, all right? I do want to talk about this too. Let me add something else, y'all. Look at me adding to the show. Oh my God. I want to add this one because I want to see what this person has to say. And I haven't even watched this one yet. So we're gonna watch it together. Hold on. About this Mariah the scientist and old boy getting engaged. I feel like she can do so much better, y'all. I do. And it's no hate. I love, honey. I love black love. But this shit right here with Mariah the scientist and Young Thug, that's a hell no for me. I'm sorry. I cannot congratulate that bullshit because it's just giving no. But let's move along to the next topic. All right. Yeah, let's move along. I just cannot, girl. I cannot. Okay, that's too toxic. All right. So let's move along. Okay, so a police veteran is battling kidney failure, okay, and is terminated, you guys, 6 months away from retirement, ending his health benefits. That's harsh, right? Imagine getting ready to retire, and 6 months into your retirement, you get fired. Like, what the? And your health benefits. But he should still be able to have some health benefits even after that. If you've been, if you're almost at retirement age, if he has a good job, then you should still be able to keep your benefits up to a certain time, maybe to like the end of the year or whatever. I don't know, but let's get into this. This is harsh. It's on site. Thank you.
Tonight we have a story that will puzzle some and spark fury in others.
Yeah, especially during a time of being kind and thinking about others. A 19-year police veteran in Mount Vernon has kidney failure, and he is on dialysis.
Now, if you know anyone who has had this, you know what it means. But in his case, his doctors say he can work on light duty.
But here's the rub. The Mount Vernon Police Department says he can't work, and he's now being terminated December 31st, and that means no health insurance.
That's sad.
Happy holidays. Not. Here's Marcus Solis.
I do 9 hours of dialysis 7 days a week to maintain my health. Without that, I wouldn't survive.
Derek Williams describing his declining health, surrounded by retired Mount Vernon police officers supporting their brother in blue. Williams is a 19-year veteran, a former member of the Elite Emergency Service Unit. In 2020, he contracted COVID after months of working double shifts.
Derek's character caused him to come in and work and support this city and the residents of the city during the worst pandemic that we've had.
The department has classified Williams' kidney failure as a non-job related illness and stopped paying him when he became too sick to work. Doctors have cleared the 45-year-old for desk duty, and he's just 6 months shy of qualifying for a reduced pension. That request has been denied.
I begged for my job back. I begged to come in whatever hours that I can capable of doing, and I was told there's no light duty for me.
Earlier this month, Williams received a termination letter effective December 31st, which would not only end his career, it would cut off his health insurance.
I just feel like they have no empathy, they have no compassion.
To be just thrown like in the garbage, like it's over, it's ridiculous.
To be blunt, if you're terminating his employment, you're terminating his life in so many words.
Mount Vernon says it cannot comment on personnel matters. Williams has an application pending for a state disability pension and is on a kidney transplant waiting list.
Tonight we have a story that will.
I hate to hear shit like that. Dialysis, that shit gonna be so expensive to pay out of pocket. I mean, he's ultimately probably gonna lose his life. He has to have dialysis in order to live. But really, they should have put him on desk duty. I mean, let him answer some fucking phones and transfer some calls and shit like that, just for the sake of him having his job, like to let this man go because he can't go out there and be on the beat like a regular police officer. For God's sakes, the man put 19 years in for the company. And what's the thanks that he get is for you guys to fire him and take away his medical benefits. Like, what the fuck? Like, that is team too much. That shit right there is what I'm talking about. Okay. Some of these companies do not take pride in the people that they hire, that give and come to work on time and be great employees and pour into the company and go, beyond their call of their position that they work. Like, sometimes you just don't feel appreciated. And in this situation right here, this is sad that this man is dealing with a medical condition where he needs his medical benefits, and then you go and fire him. Like, when there's somewhere else you can put him. 19 years, there's some things that you guys could have done as a police officer. Not every police officer is in a fucking police car running around arresting people and taking calls to go to people's house and serve warrants and things like that. If he's not able to do that in that capacity, put him on light duty. That's what y'all do for police officers who are in trouble, who's getting ready to be fired anyway or go to jail. You put him on desk duty. So why could he not have been on desk duty and still kept his benefits and his job? If he couldn't do it at that precinct, move him somewhere that could. That just for the sake of saying, I appreciate this person who gave 19 years of their life to our company and who worked his ass off. And now that he's in a position, like, sympathize. There's ways that you can do shit and not just take his job and his benefits. Like, oh my God, right? So Derek Williams, he's 45 years old, is currently on dialysis after developing health complications following COVID, which is something that's beyond his control, which he contracted in 2020 after months of working double shifts. You hear that? Double shifts. He's working his ass off, and y'all still fired him. Now, according to reports, they said that his doctors cleared him for light duty or desk work. But the Mount Vernon Police Department denied his request, bitch. It says that Williams says that he begged to work whatever hours he was physically able to, but he was told that there was no light duty available. Why? That's what you put all police officers on while they're waiting to see what the courts are going to say in terms of if they're found guilty or not guilty in cases related to them doing shit they're not supposed to do as police officers, right? So earlier this month, he received a termination letter effective December 31st, a move that would not only end his career, but also cut off his health insurance. He says that I do 9 hours of dialysis 7 days a week just to survive, according to Mr. Williams, adding that without coverage, his situation could become life-threatening, and it could. He has to have his damn dialysis in order to survive, and that's going to be expensive to have to pay that shit out of pocket. It really is. Hopefully, through the police department, though, they have an alternative. Like if you lose your job, I guess that you can have something it's probably going to be higher than what he was paying through his company. But you can also, if they offer it through the police department, which I'm pretty sure they do, a different type of medical plan that he can probably use. Hopefully. versus not having anything at all, so he can continue his dialysis. This is so sad. The department said that it cannot comment on personal matters. Said that Williams has a pending application for a state disability pension and is on a kidney transplant waiting list. I hate that. I feel like at least they should at least start a GoFundMe for this man so that he can do what he needs to do. For 19 years, that's very, that's fucked up. Let's just go ahead and say what it is. It's fucked up for them to do that to this man. I hate that. They should definitely do a GoFundMe. That's where GoFundMe should go right here for some shit. Now for that, I would give to that. I'll give 150 right now to that shit if they do it. Right now. If they start a GoFundMe right now for him, I'll put 150. No lie. Okay? Because that's sad. Might even bump that shit up to 200. Like for real. Yeah, Cobra. Yeah, Cobra. He might could do Cobra. Cobra is expensive as fuck, but hey, if that's what you gotta do, child. I don't know. But a lot of, maybe you can find a job working from home. And I don't know, y'all. I'm just thinking this shit. I hate that he spent that much time with a company for them. They just didn't give a fuck about him. That just shows how disposable you are on your job. Know that. Company, as long as you're able to work and come to work and do what you gotta do. Oh, they love you. But as soon as you get sick and you can't be there like you need to be and all of that, they will dispose your ass. They will dispose of you. They will dispose of you and find somebody else. Just like if you died. Understand that. That's why I tell people, and if you got to use a sick day, use it. And do what you need to do so you can be at your full capacity, because jobs will get rid of your motherfucking ass. And they will get somebody else in there to do the job and act just like your ass didn't mean anything to the company. No matter what you brought or contributed to the company. They don't give a damn. But let's go ahead and get into this. Goes viral. This fan goes viral after dragging Mariah the Scientist over Young Thug's embarrassing proposal. I said yesterday, I feel the timing of it all after she did this interview saying that she was not willing to have a baby until she was wifed up. Now, I think I like her mentality in terms of that, because we have a lot of girls out here getting knocked up having babies by rappers, only for them to go out here and knock somebody else up and never give them a commitment. So I am happy that he did, drop to one knee and propose, because it looked like he might have been losing her. That's what it gave. It looks like he may have been getting ready to lose her, because the way she was looking in the interview, like she was really tired of his bullshit, like, because she's been down with him for a minute, like since before he went to jail. She went to all of his trials, all of his little court days. She was there, okay, sitting back there, waiting to see what they were going to do. But even after that, y'all know there was some infidelities and some things that he did, embarrassed the shit out of her, but she stayed right there, honey. They had a little brief moment where they broke up. She went right back. Again, Mariah, you too beautiful for this. You too talented for this. I don't know what it is that Young Thug has over you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he eats the kitty cat just good to where he's like, I don't want to leave that. You have some women that be sprung like that, child. They just put up with any old thing from a nigga when he ain't worth shit. Maybe his bedroom skills are just immaculate to the point that she just don't want to. I see he does give her very lavish, expensive gifts. Maybe that could be it. He did buy her a nice little Range Rover and a nice little Richard Mille watch, because those are expensive. I got one. And he did give her a nice engagement ring, for her proposal. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But sometimes girls just like bad boys. I was that girl. So I gotta get that. But let's get into what they had to say.
Women like Mariah the Scientist and Summer Walker, that whole chicken Alfredo circuit, they really do chat. To sit up here and let a man embarrass you, not once, not twice, but a few times, only for him to get on stage in front of a public audience again and embarrass you once more by asking you to marry him. He doesn't value you. He don't respect you. He done all type of foolishness to you, and you gonna let him play in your face once again. This is exactly why I don't support all women. I feel like these type of women should not have platforms to be speaking about love, relationships, friendships, or otherwise. There's a lot of impressionable young girls who look up to these fools, and some of you all do too. I don't understand. You supposed to be big and grown. You still ain't got no damn sense. Women like Mariah the Scientist and Summer Walker, that whole chicken Alfredo circuit, they really do chat.
Not the chicken Alfredo, sir.
To sit up here and let a man embarrass you, not once, not twice, but a few times, only for him to get on stage in front of a public audience again and embarrass you once more.
Mariah the Scientist has been throwing out subliminals for quite some time for Young Thug to propose to her, that she's ready to be a wife, she's ready to be married. Like, she's really went through a lot of shit with him. And he just was like, yeah, I'm not ready for that. Like, no, I'm not ready for that. But you're ready to be in other bitches' face. You're ready to disrespect her. You're ready to run around telling people that that she's your baby mama, alluding to the fact that she may be pregnant. When she came out and was like, yeah, no, I'm not having no babies until I'm a wife. So that part, again, I do respect that, but I don't respect the fact that you lower your standards to be with somebody like him, who highly disrespects you and publicly disrespects you as well. Cheat on you. You heard the jail phone calls. We talked about that as well. He came back with the response of whoop-de-doo. Bitch, that's when you're supposed to grab your shit, pack, and get the fuck out of there, because it's going downhill from there. Like, I despise women who get wrapped up in good dick and gifts and allow a nigga to disrespect them in that way just to say you got somebody or to save face. Like, I'm sorry. I don't like the way he yank on her. I don't like the way he is so aggressive with her in public. Like, it's like she can't be herself around him. She's different around him than she is when she's with her homegirls. And it just gives, I don't know if he's abusive. I don't want to say he's an abusive person, but some of the videos that I've seen was just like kind of cringe a little bit. Okay. Like when they were at the award show, she was turning around trying to speak to her fans and take pictures. And he like literally yanked her like, bitch, come on. And she was like looking at him like, excuse me. But she took her ass on. Like she didn't want to get slapped or something in the car. But I don't know. I really would like for her to wake up and realize, girl, this is not it for you. Okay. God forbid you marry this nigga and have a boatload of kids. Like he already got 3-4 kids by 3-4 different baby mamas. Like you just gonna be another baby mama if you don't wake up soon and realize, like, bitch, just because he gave you a huge ring does not mean that you gotta, walk across this threshold and marry him and be hurt and wind up being this single mother like the rest of his baby mamas, just, because you're trying to save face. And he did this shit on a stage in front of everybody with the huge letters of, will you marry me? Like, I don't know. Sometimes people get wrapped up in the shit, right? Totally disrespect. Yeah, he is very disrespectful. He is. Again, I've been there. I've dated some thugs. I have. I get it. But at some point, girl, you too old for this shit. You got to wake up. I was a young girl. I was in my teens then. Like, bitch, you in your 20s. Like, it's time to wake up and realize you got your own money. So it's not like you need him. Again, he gives great gifts. Like a bitch. Like, sometimes it will make you rethink. If nigga is hella disrespectful and the nigga pull up in a Range Rover and be like, oh, this is yours. You're like, well, shit, I ain't really that mad no more. Because I'm looking at this Range Rover and all this ice that he giving me. But then you got to look beyond that and be like, okay, thank you for the Range Rover. Thank you for the ice. Thank you for the huge ring, even though it's ugly as fuck. I looked at it up close. I was like, oh, yeah. Bad choice. Okay. But yeah, no, Mariah, you can do better. You can. Like, girl, get you a nice guy in the industry, an actor or somebody that I can see her with Michael B. Jordan, maybe. Like he's a nice guy. I don't know. Who else could we see her with? Maybe one of Denzel Washington's sons or somebody. I don't know, girl. It's a lot of nice guys in it, or maybe somebody out of the industry that's got a lot of money, a lawyer or something. Okay, like she was supposed to be going to college to be a scientist. That's where she got her name from, and she dropped out of college to be a singer, as a lot of artists do, and wound up with this trash ass individual. Like, ugh. But I don't know, girl. If you like Gremlins, I guess. But that is it, guys. We're gonna go ahead and end the show here. You say you screaming? The ring is ugly. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna sit up here in front. The ring is hella ugly. I looked at the shit up close. I was like, Mariah, really? It's big, like the rock is big, but this shit is ugly. It looks like a cubic zirconia or something. I know it's not, because I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna give me no fake shit like that. But it's not giving what it needs to give. All right, the ring matters a lot. It does. Nigga asked you to marry and he give you the ring. You gotta look at the ring, and then your answer should be whatever the ring look like. If he giving you this little bullshit and you can barely see the diamond like that, it's for me now. Because if you know me and you love me, then my ring should reflect. But anywho and anyway, let's get out of here. Love you guys. Say it's hella pretty rings out there. Right, sexy brown bone. Like you feel me, girl. You feel me. That ring is ugly. It's ugly as hell. And I feel like she was just putting on when she saw it, like, oh my God. And then when she got home, like, bitch, I know that. You didn't give me this damn ring. And I gotta show everybody this bullshit when I don't like it. So anywho, but that's it. Hold up. What happened? I see some condolences. Whoa. Where I go? Say, oh no, my condolences at Rose. What happened, Rose? What happened? I'm gonna scroll back up and be nosy, child. Let me see. Something happened. Did something happen? I gotta get my composure. I'm feeling sad now. My mom, which is my heart, lost her kidney failure. Oh, okay. You ain't lose nobody, did you? Nobody didn't pass away, did they? Oh my God. Okay. Y'all say y'all was talking. Okay. I was like, oh my God, girl. I was like, I don't want to end the show like that. But let's get out of here. Shout out to the 327 watching y'all in here, okay? Please just go ahead and tap on that like if you're here. For those of you in the bushes, for those of you that enjoyed the show, which I know you did because you're still here. Please tap on my like to support the video, push it to the algorithm. Also subscribe to the channel. Also share the video, okay? And all of the things going over to my Rails World page as well. Subscribe over there. We have videos over there as well. So y'all have plenty of commentary to watch until I drop another video, which you guys know is I try to we try to give you guys 3 a day, but I will see you guys later. Let me go have lunch with my son, and we will be back for midday popping. Okay, love you guys down. Thank you to my moms, Top Flights, True TV Podcast, Tyra KVR, Sweet Essence, Scorpion Miss, and Rose Armstead. Shout out to all of the content creators that stopped by my house. Dear Talk, Black Women in the Building, Jonetta Speaks, Simple Mom Family TV, Miss Dee Dee, thank you for being here. JCD Creation, Shay P, Shay Renee, Queen Speaks TV, Schoolboy, if you're in the house, thanks for being here as well. Y'all know I love y'all down until the next video. Bye.